Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to yet another edition of Tally CA Connect. Today, we have with us a chartered accountant with over 20 years of practice. He is a distinguished speaker at ICAI, particularly on GST technology and implementation challenges. CA Venu Gopal Gella. He has authored several industry specific handbooks, especially on GST, and as well developed various tally add ons which enhance audit efficiency. In today's session, we will delve into crucial yet overlooked topic, a topic which is crucial but more number of people are not talking about this, which is managing Forex transaction for year-end book closure. This discussion promises to be insightful, immensely beneficial for especially for those professionals who handle foreign exchange transaction. And we came across this particular topic. A special thank you to Venu sir. He is the one who suggested this topic, and we are very thankful that he took time out of his busy schedule to share his expertise with our CA community and everyone who will get high number of insights from this particular session. So let's get started without wasting any much time. Over to you, Venu sir. And
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll just one request to all the audience who are a part of this session. Please put your questions in the Q&A because the chat section is overwhelmed with the number of questions. Then we are not able to track which questions we have answered and which we have not. So we will request you to please put your questions in the Q&A. We will only answer questions in the end of the session or as per sir's discretion in the middle if he feels so. So please put all your questions in Q&A. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Abhishek, and special thanks to the Tally CA Connect team. I should definitely say this that firstly, the chartered accountants, we are very connected to the business, accountants, and the tax professionals. So when we are taking this session, of course, the Tally team themselves can do it, but when we are taking the session, the context with which when a user is asking the question or the practical examples that we take, how this happens and various things, that would be more closure. And with that objective, when the Tally team has started the CA Connect, the program is really powerful, and many professionals, many students, many accountants are actually getting benefited. So I would start with one first thank you note to Abhishek and the team. The second, why did I choose Forex and why I suggested Tally team that we should do this Forex? Recently, we had one Tally evangelist event, and one good friend of mine, Suyash from Kolkata, I said, hey, look, this is one complicated area. And he said, no, this is a simple area. We should make it simple. So he actually walked to our team saying that, hey, you guys should do this. And one thing which I was noticed while finalizing the audits, most of the clients does some either export transactions or import transactions. Some entries are posted with Forex. An accountant would have posted. The accountant has left and new accountant has come, no clueless. Our accountant has done it and is given to the audit team. Now audit team is looking at this Forex and really don't know what they have to do. They prepared everything in the balance sheet, but this one line item was hanging. They grouped it into the some indirect expense, indirect income. Next year, books of accounts were split, but still that the opening balance is carry forward. And they always wonder, why is this number coming? And is this number going to, how do I actually make this zero and see a tallied balance sheet or tally trial balance? The next challenge that comes is people who do month closure and wants to recognize this on a month-on-month basis. Even this is done off the books. That means this itself is not maintained in the books. How do I maintain it off the books? So today I am not putting any presentation. I'm not doing a PPT. I thought let me jump actually into the tally, show how this happens. So in the audience, we would have participants, those who have not used Forex entries or some who have used Forex entries but do not know how to close the Forex entries. How do we impact the Forex into my closing stock, debtors and creditors? In the Q&A section, we will take the questions. And if something which is a little complicated and I'm not getting it, I'm sure the Tally team is there and some of the attendees would also respond. All right, with that note, let's start. Let me share the screen. All right. So here is the Tally. Let me just create a new company. Let's actually create a new company. So I'm creating a company and so I am creating a company here. Let's say Forex entries. Now the first question that comes is, do I need to activate Forex? We will see how it goes. Very important, while you are posting any entries, creating anything in the Tally, it's most important is you change the country or you select the state. Only then your statutory masters would be applicable. Only when you create this country and the state, the statutory masters would be applicable. So I have just created a new Tally instance and I'm not setting any Forex activations, nothing at this. At this point, we have just created one company. So there's one company called Forex Entries, no vouchers, and you go to the statistics, you only have one currency, that is rupee, and there are only two ledgers that is created. So one is your cash account, one is your profit and loss account. These are the two that gets created by default. Now let's start with creating some entries, understanding how it works. I will start by creating one vendor account and one purchase transaction. So let me create, where do I create a thing? I go to the create and I'm creating a ledger. Let's say I have a party in US, I am saying US vendor, and I am creating under sundry creditors. Another important thing I would say, whenever you are creating customers, maintain bill by bill. Those businesses which have some vertical, some line of products, use cost centers for P&L items, use bill wise for balance sheet items. Why would I say bill wise for balance sheet item? That's the best way to track your audit purposes. Everything, including your rental deposit, you use bill wise, you give the party details and other information. So year over year, when your Tally is split and it is carried, that bill information is carried. So when you say rental deposit in your bill, you can actually give the property name or some identity location and give the details. So year over year, everything is carried. Ensure in the balance sheet item, you are creating the bill by bill. Now, here in the US vendor, I'm buying goods from US. So I want to change this to US. The state is already showing as Karnataka. I don't find a way to change. So I'll say change country. So I am changing this country to United States of America. Now it is asking me which state. I don't know. Let me put it as not applicable. And I have created the one vendor account, right? If I go to my ledger, I can see cash, P&L, and US vendor. So far, are we clear? In your chat, you just say, so far, are we clear? I just want you to say if you're clear, put it as yes in the chat. Perfect. So this is a virtual seminar and I make you interact once in a while so that I know whether you're getting things right or not. Thank you. Let's post one purchase entry. Now here and after, I will create the transactions on the fly. Let's put a purchase entry. Now supplier invoice number is 123. Party name is US vendor. I'm just purchase ledger. I am not there. So let me create a purchase ledger. Let's say I am buying keyboard on the purchases. I will create that as inventory item. What we'll do is let's create the purchases, and I can specify details here. 8704, whatever. I can just say. You can, by the way, I'm sure you all know whether you can set the GST rate at a company level, group level, ledger level, and same wise item, or override and do it at the transaction level. As it goes, we will see this transaction. Now let's create this as a inventory item. Now inventory is not there. Let's create one inventory. I'm creating a keyboard that is being purchased. Let's create units as numbers. I have created as numbers. Now, let's say I am buying 10 quantities, and each one, let's say $100. Now, I am giving $100. It's not understanding. So I'm putting $100. It is showing 100 rupees. So I want to show each dollar is 87 rupees. So it is $100 is 8,700 rupees, and it is becoming 87,000. Yeah. Now I posted this entry. If I go to this party ledger, there's a purchase that happened. But what I have imported is 10 items where I have to pay $100, where this is not showing $100. This is a regular purchase entry. Now to handle the Forex entries, we have to create the currency. Now where do we go and create? We don't need to specifically activate Forex transactions. In the masters create, you have a currency. Now I am creating a new currency. The existing default is INR, and I'm creating a new currency. Let's say I'm calling it as dollars and USD. So now you have created a currency dollar. I am going back to the same ledger, same transaction, US vendor. Here, now I'm making a change. So the 10, instead of 8,700, I am posting it as $100. Now it is asking me, oh, you are now accounting it in a foreign currency. What is the rate of transaction for this? It is 87 rupees per dollar, right? So it is asking me per dollar how much. So I am saying 87 rupees per dollar. Let's put it as we want to do a Forex transactions. I'll put it as 87 rupee 25 paise is my dollar which I have purchased. And against the bill number 1000. Now you can see the voucher is showing $1,000 because the supplier invoice would have come to you as the dollars. He is selling goods from US. So he would have given you $1,000 bill, and you are now accounting $1,000 bill. So it's easy from the audit perspective, you are able to see. But when you go to the ledger, let's go to the party ledger. When you go to the party ledger, you are seeing it in INR, but the transaction is a dollar bill. So what we have now understood so far is how do we create a Forex transaction and how do we enter a Forex transaction. Any questions to anyone at this point? So far, is it clear, or do you have any questions? If you have a question, put it in the Q&A section.
So we got a request that can you please repeat this particular process again, just for the viewers? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And people, you keep asking it. Don't worry. I am here to make it easy for you.
And just a reminder to everyone that you will get the recording of this session in 1 or 2 business days. That is by tomorrow or maximum by Friday. So that's also there. We'll share the link to everyone. It will be there on a Tally YouTube page.
Yeah. And also participants, I wanted to get the speed at which I am doing. I may be thinking is like I'm just going pretty slow. That is why I'm asking questions in between, because I'm used to it and we are doing it. Wherever you did not get it, you please put your question. I will every 10, 15 minutes, I'll pause. Okay. Now, what did I do? Let me repeat it once again. Okay. I have only created in the created, I went to the currency and I've created one new currency. Okay. You want to give a pawn. Okay. You can create anything euro. Let's look at euro. Okay. You can create a new symbol called euro, and you can create as many currencies as you want. Okay. In your chart of accounts, you can see current. I'm just going to display at the gateway of Tally chart of accounts and my currencies. You can see dollar, euro, and rupees. On the left side corner, though visible a little bit, you can see there are three currencies. What did I do? Let's now do one more purchase entry, second purchase entry. And this time I'm doing it on 1st May for the sake of month closing also. We will understand month closing. So on this 1st May, I am buying one more item from this US vendor. And this is so far it is a normal. I've selected the purchase. I am buying this keyboard. The quantity I am buying, let's say 5 quantity. Now it is asking rate, at what rate I am buying. Let's say I am buying each one at 101 rupee. And what is my exchange rate on this date? Earlier exchange was 87.25, so it was visible and it picked up. Now let's say my exchange has now it become 88 rupees 5 paise. Okay, I have picked it at 88 rupees 5 paise. 5 numbers I have purchased. So I'm just entering it as we go on the fly. And this is a new reference which I have activated. So it is 5 numbers 101 505. All right. So now let's go to the ledger. Display account books ledger. I'm just going to the vendor. Okay. So you can automatically see there is one unadjusted Forex. I have posted only 2 entries, 87,000 and 44,000 rupees. And suddenly there is some unadjusted Forex 800 rupees. I don't know what it is. Tally has become crazy and it has created 3 entries. Now you will not know what do I do. All right. But actually, we have something called AS11 accounting standard, translating your liabilities, closing liabilities at the closing rate. If you see, first one was 1,000 pieces purchased, 87250, second one 500. In fact, second one also I'll change it to 10 quantities so that we can easily correlate. Let me change instead of 5. I'm changing it to 10 quantity at 8805. Now you can see the first one was at 87 rupee 25 paise. Second one was 8805. So you can actually see there is a purchase that has happened and it has created a different number. And my unadjusted Forex entry, now it has become 800 rupees. And when you go, you can see there is 800 rupees created on this. Now, why is this created? How did this unadjusted Forex that has come? Let's unwind one by one. We will start with first making payment. I have collected the money. I have to make the payment to the vendor. How much I have to make the payment? Looking at this ledger in the chat box, can you tell me how much I have to make the payment to the vendor? I want you to post your answer in the chat box. How much I have to make the payment to the vendor? Okay, I am getting one answer as $700, another one 1,76,980. Perfect. One more $100. By the way, I'm just showing you. First one was 10 numbers, $100. So it is $1,000 bill. First one. Second one, 10 numbers at 101, $1,010 bill. So just for the ease. Okay, someone is saying, okay. Now I'm getting pretty good answers. Someone is saying 1,000, 1,010, 2010. Perfect. You guys are thinking, Nukunj, you are right. Sujata, you are right. 2010 is the right answer. Now let me make a payment. Right now I have 1,500 rupees with me. Sorry, $1,500 with me. I went to the bank and said, hey, I have to pay $1,500 to my friend in the US. Can you make the payment? And the bank says, yes, I can make the payment. And it is 1,32,000 rupees. How did it come? I'm just going to the calculator panel. Let me open an Excel. It's easy so that is the Excel screen visible? All of you? Is the Excel screen visible? Put it as yes. So in my session, you will always keep saying yes, no, all those things. Perfect. Now, so I had bill one in the first bill. Let me just zoom this. So there's bill one, bill two. I have to pay $1,000. I have to pay $1,010. I have to pay him $2,010. I went to the bank and said, hey guys, I have 1,500 rupees, $1,500 I want to pay to my friend because he want money. The banker is saying today is 88 rupees. Okay, please give me 1,500 at 88, 1,32,000 rupees. Give me, I will debit you your bank and I'll send it to your friend. I'll say, perfect, go ahead. Now let me go to the tally and I am saying that, okay, I am making the payment to him. So I'm using a payment voucher and there is no ledger. Let me just, firstly, this is a US vendor. Let's say I am, how much? 1,35,000 is what they are taking. And how much they are taking, let's say 1,32,000. So let's split this 1,000 for the first invoice and 500 for the second invoice. So they are taking 88,000 for the first invoice and 44,000 for the second invoice. So against first invoice, 88,000 and against the second invoice, 44,000. All right. I think I have selected 1,35,000. So let's say against the second invoice, 135 minus 88, 47. To let's just create one bank, HDFC Bank, under bank accounts and account under name, Venu Gopal, other information as such. Let's close this. Payment made for 2 bills. Okay, I've just created one HDFC Bank and so I'm just writing an entry here. Hope is my tally screen visible now? Yeah. So now look at it. I'm saying US vendor. I've entered 1,35,000 rupees against 123. How did I get against 123? You may get a question. Now, in the Excel, we did a working in Excel. Where was my Excel? In the Excel, we did a working. So, first bill was, let's say 1,35,000. So, I paid 88,000 for first bill and 47,000 for the second bill. So, in my tally, I've just written it. Yeah. And I am closing. Okay, now look at my vendor ledger. Vendor ledger 87,000 plus 88,000. Let's say 88 plus 88, 1 lakh have already paid him 1,35,000. Okay, let me just go to the bill wise. Now, if you see the bill wise, I had okay, I'm going till 30th, and I'm going to the bill wise. Now you can see that against this there is a opening balance of 87,000. I have already cleared. How did I clear? I made a payment of 88,000. It is still showing 88,000. And I don't know from where this Forex gain has become 1,35,000. Now this is the common problem that I encounter while doing the audit, that the Forex entries are not closed properly or not accounted properly. Now, how do I know where are the Forex entries or Forex ledgers? In fact, you can view, okay, you can, let me just change the uh, Forex entries. From where do we see the Forex entries? Okay. By the way, you can only see the Forex transactions also. Right now, I am seeing the full ledger, right? I want to see this party for the reconciliation. Party had sent me his statement. In his statement, it would only be in dollars. What you can do is on the right side, you can go to basis of values and you can say show Forex transactions only. Set it as yes, and I'm closing. Now you are seeing this ledger. There are only two purchases, but I made the payment. What happened to my payment? Now, payment, you had actually paid $1,500, but while you have recorded 1,35,000 as the payment entry, 1,35,000 as your payment entry, and your unadjusted forex is 1,35,000, you have no clue why this has become this. So this payment entry is now I am changing. This payment entry I'm changing. Instead of posting 1,35,000, I am now saying $1,500. I am now saying $1,500. And at what rate? Let's say I am paying at 88 rupee 25 paise. 88 rupee 25 paise. Now against what? Against the first bill, I will say I am paying $1,000, and against the second bill, I am paying $500. By the way, I'm not touching the bank. I'm not putting anything in the bank. I haven't come to the bank, but if you can see in HDFC Bank, it is automatically showing $1,500 at 88.25. It has automatically taken, and I'm just closing this entry. Now look at my ledger balance. It has automatically become 1,202 as unadjusted forex gain or loss. So it was a different number, but now it has become into a complete different number. My closing balance is 45,000. I will explain the closing balance in a while. So far, are we clear? The moment I have posted my payment entry in the USD, automatically my ledger is showing a sensible closing balance. It is saying 45,000 because I have to show only 500. Now you go to the bill wise. Now you can see the first bill is fully taken. Basis of value, I am saying show bills in Forex. You can see the first bill, $1,000 and $1,000 is cleared. Second bill, $1,010. I have paid $500. Still $510 is due. So far, are we clear? Do you have any questions so far, whatever we have done? Okay, Sri Hari Muskan, you are saying no. I want to know when you said no, what did you not understood? You can put it in the Q&A. I just to repeat, we created a purchase entry, we created a payment entry. Okay. A couple of people have raised hand. I think we will take at the end. Let me see in the Q&A section.
Yes, we have questions in the Q&A. We can answer to that.
Neha is saying, can we do this for sales and receipt also? Neha, I will do this for the sales and receipt also. Yes, it can be done. Okay, we have answered. No problem. Now let's go to the balance sheet. What is my balance sheet doing? What is it saying? It is saying that you have a loss of 1,200 rupees. What? I have a loss of 1,200 rupees? How did this loss became? I don't know. Where is the question of loss? Now, how are you guys saying that without looking? Why am I saying loss? We can see it is on the debit side. 1,202 is on the debit side. Now, what happened in my bank? I have made a payment of $1,500 at 88.25. Let me just go to my Excel. Let's just close the other. Now, when I purchased my 1,000, when I made the purchase from, when I made my purchase, my first purchase was this $1,000 was purchased at 87.25. All right. Now, when I have made the payment to the vendor, I have made the payment at 88.25. Paid at 88.25. So that means each transaction I have lost ₹1. So I have a loss of 1,000 rupees in this transaction, right? Can you get that? Now, what about my second transaction? This is done at, sorry, this is done at 88.05 and I have paid 88.25 and I have a loss of 202 rupees. 1,002, sorry, 1,202 is my loss. No, but why is it showing 1,100 only? What happened? Did I make the payment in full or did I paid? Some payment is still done. I have not paid full. I have only paid 500. It's like instead of 1,000, I have only paid 500. So can you see it is 1,100 is the loss now? Can you correlate? This is purchased at 88 and paid at 88.25. So there is a foreign exchange loss of 1,000, loss of 1,100. Now let's first start looking at how do I close this Forex gain or loss. So far, have you understood why the balance sheet is showing 1,100? I've explained you on the screen on the Excel. Hope the Excel is also visible and your loss of 1,100 you understood. If it is yes, put it as yes in the chat. So everyone, is the Excel visible and you understood how 1,100 loss has come into the balance sheet? Yeah. So now I can get that both Excel is visible and you also understood why 1,100 loss has come. Now let's try changing the numbers. When I say changing the numbers, we have, let's now go to, now let me alter this currency the dollar 1,100 on 1st April, my dollar rate is 87. 15th April, it became 87.25 paise. 30th April, I will put it as uh, I will put it as 87.90 paise. 15th May, it has become 88.15 paise. 31st May, surprisingly, it became 86 rupees. It became 86 rupees. Now I'm closing. Now look at the magic. Okay. I have a balance sheet as on, you can see on the top, as on 1st May. Now I'm changing this to 30th April. I haven't done anything. I only changed the date from 1st May to 30th April. You can see Forex loss has become 650. I am making it to 1st May because that is when the payment happened. The Forex went to 1100. Now I'm changing this to 31st May. Now you can see some 1100 loss has become only 54 rupee 50 paise loss. Why is this suddenly changing? Because basis the date, your translation is happening automatically. But you're closing the books of accounts at a cutoff date. Let's say you're closing the books of accounts on 30th April. On 30th April, you want to close. Your Forex entries has to be closed. So let's say on 30th April, my loss as on 30th April is 650 rupees. How do I close 650 rupees? Why, by the way, why did the loss become 650? I made the payment on, let's look at when was the payment done? Payment was done on 1st May. When the payment was done on 1st May, why did the loss happen on 30th April? Any answer? Can someone give me a reason? In the month of April, I only made purchase. How at all it became a loss? Can anyone give me an answer to it? Okay. Shriyar is saying reinstatement. The standard rate of USD is given for April. Perfect. So there is a currency fluctuation that happened in April. In April, there is a currency fluctuation. So that is going to impact. Now, how do you close this impact? So let's look day by day. Now, I am creating a ledger. I am creating a ledger called, so where do I account for the Forex changes? I will account for Forex gain or loss. Either it could be indirect income or indirect expense. So let me just put it as in my indirect expense. And I'm just created a ledger called indirect expense called Forex. Now, can I just pass an entry Forex ledger debit? If I go to my balance sheet, so the current liability sundry creditors, there is a US vendor 1100. So can I directly debit Forex and credit this? The answer is no. So Tally has given a methodology to recognize this. And here I definitely want you to pay attention and look at it because this is the crucial part of the discussion. In your the vouchers, okay, how do you generally post a Forex entry? You'll pass through a journal. So I am going to my journal. So this is my journal. I am altering my journal by creating a class called Forex adjustment. You can give any name. Okay. Now here is more important. Do you want to use this for Forex adjustment? Yes, this is what I'm using for Forex adjustment. And which is your list of ledger where you will be adjusting this? This is the ledger I am adjusting. I have selected, you see, I have selected Forex gain or loss. This is the ledger that we have created. What we did is we altered, we went to journal, we created a class called Forex adjustment. We created a class called Forex adjustment. And here we set it as yes, we selected Forex gain or loss. We selected Forex gain or loss. I am now posting a voucher on 30th April. Please see the date. I have selected 30th April. On 30th April, I am posting a journal. I am selecting a journal and I am selecting this as Forex adjustment. I'm selecting Forex adjustment. The moment I select, can you see automatically Forex gain or loss has appeared? And list of ledgers where this Forex adjustment is to be done, whether it is customers, vendor, all those it is appearing. And you can see as on 30th April, against this $1,000, the liability got adjusted and it is saying 650 rupees has to be adjusted. And I am saying that Forex loss reinstated. Forex loss has been reinstated. Now, if you go to the P&L, let's go to the balance sheet and the P&L. I'm going to the balance sheet as on 30th April. You can see there is no profit, no Forex gain or loss. And I go to the P&L, you can see automatically there is a purchase of 87,000 which is lying as my closing stock, and 650 rupees your Forex adjustment has been accounted for. Automatically your balance sheet is clean. You have a closing stock of 87,250 and you have the accumulated loss of 650 rupees and a liability payable of 87,900. A balance sheet is neatly tallying. Have you understood now at the end of the month how a Forex entry to be posted and ledger to be clear? Are we clear so far? Okay, some are saying once again, please explain. Definitely, I'll explain. Many are saying that they are clear. Very good. Now let's go to next step. Now let me go to the balance sheet. As on 1st May, you are seeing automatically it is 373. If you go as on 30th April, it is 0. As on 1st May, it is 373. If you go as on 31st May, sorry, yeah, you are seeing now it is a profit. Now look at this scenario. How did it become profit as on 31st May? We have said in the thing, the closing balance of Forex, the closing balance on as on 15th April, I thought we 31st May, we said 86 rupees. Oh, there is already duplicated. Where did that entry go? For some reason, it's not visible, but that entry was there. We just entered. Yeah. So it became, since my liability to pay from 87.25 it became 87, I have gained. So if I go to my 31st May, I have now on the profit side because the amount that I need to pay is lower. Now let's say that I am making the payment. Let's close up this vendor now. This vendor, let us close it. So how much I have to pay to close this? Look at the basis of value, show Forex transactions, and look at the full statement. You have a purchase of 1,000 is there. Let's go to bill wise. Did something go wrong? Okay. Yeah, 2 entries are there. I haven't selected. So April. Yeah. So April, if you see, now you can see bill wise. You had the opening $1,000 that is closed, and you have 88,000 rupees purchased, 44,000 paid, which we don't understand. Change it to Forex. Show bills in Forex. Now you can see $1,000 purchased, $500 paid, So still $510 needs to be paid. Now let's look at a scenario. Now I am paying the $510. Now let's look at the second one. I purchased at 88. Let's say the payment is now only 86 rupees. I am making the payment at 86 rupees. So what is going to happen? I'm going to make a gain of 1025 rupees when I make this at 86 rupees. So let's go to do the payment entry now. I am making a payment to this, the balance $510, right? 510 we have to make the payment. So $510 and bank is saying, hey, you need to pay 86 and against my this bill, which is 86, $510 needs to be paid. I am paying against reference 86 rupees. Let's close the second payment. All right. So we made the second. Now look at the party ledger. Party ledger has become zero technically because of this Forex. But if I hide the Forex, if I hide the Forex entry, Control R is for hiding. If I hide it, I have made a purchase of 87. There is a Forex, there is a purchase. Then there are two payments and it is showing 595 negative. Even if I hide, so ideally it is 54 rupees. So I really don't know what happened. So what happened is you made a gain in this month, 595 rupees. You made a gain of 595. And let's go to the balance sheet. You can see it is a gain of 595 rupees. Now let's see how do I close it. Posting is very simple. As on 31st, I'm just going to a voucher entry, selecting voucher as journal, F7 journal. I am selecting Forex adjustment. And which are the Forex? There is one Forex vendor. Okay, what is that? Oh, okay. On 30th April, there is nothing due. So you have to enter as on 31st May. Forex voucher as on 31st May. The Forex is this US vendor, and you have all the bills, Forex adjustment here. Now look at the balance. It's pretty much simple. Of course, there is a stock and there's a bank. Both are on negatives. Let's create this surrender. Yeah. So now you have your stock and you have your balance bank. And when I go to my P&L account, I have Forex gain or loss. 2 months, first month 650 rupees loss, second month 595 gain. Automatically system has posted your balance sheet is cleared. Are we clear with this so far? Anyone has any doubts? Let's look at this. Then I will show receivable. So what we have seen is just to sum up, posting entries in dollar, both purchase and payment. We have seen how Forex led transactions can be seen in the ledger. So bill wise outstanding and payment entries in the dollar. Adjusting a Forex gain or loss by creating a class called Forex journal. And we have posted all this. So far, are we clear? Can you repeat last adjustment? I will repeat it. Don't worry. Priyanka, explain once again. I will show now sales and receivable. I will explain you. But other than Priyanka and one admin, everything. So till we are clear, we have to arrive vendor balance with respect to corresponding exchange at a regular intervals. Srihari, bang, you have got it. Super. settlement entries we have seen. Now let me come to receivables also. Let me post a sales entry. Now we don't have a sales. I will say euro customer, sundry debtors, and this is a euro customer. I am creating the sales under the sales account. I am selling keyboard. Let's say on 15th April, I have sold 10 keyboards at a euro of, we bought it at 87 rupees. Let's say I will keep euro as 95 rupees. Okay. Now the exchange, I will say 95 rupees. 95 rupees per euro. Just put a $950. Yes. And I've just posted one sales center. By the way, I forgot at what price we have purchased and what price we have sold. Pretty clear. So we purchased at 87,000. My P&L is showing I sold at 90,000 rupees. I made some profit. Okay. So, but when I go to the entry, you can see 10 keyboards sold at 95 rupees at euro 95. We have that also. We have seen it 95 rupees per euro. We have cleared it. On the face, now we have a profit on the face. Transaction, I have a gross profit. Let me show the gross profit. So on the face, if you see, there is a gross 90,000 is my sales, 87,000 is the purchase. There is a gross profit of 3,000 rupees. My Forex adjustment 650 rupees and net profit 2,350. Let us say I have received money from the same party. I have to get 90,250 rupees. How did I have to get 90,000 rupees? That euro was at 95, 950 rupees. At that rate, I have to get. Now let's look at the receipt. So I am going to the same party, this euro customer. I am posting a receipt entry, a new voucher, F6 receipt, and I am receiving it on, let's say, 25th April from this euro customer. How much I have to, okay, let's first see this, the basis of value, show the Forex entry. How much you have to get? 950 euros you have to get. Now I am posting a voucher, euro customer, a receipt entry. I have to get 950 euros. When I sold, it was 95 rupees per each euro. Let's say now it has become 96 rupee 50 paise. That means I have gained. I have gained in so I made a profit of 3,000 rupees when I sold. I've also made a Forex gain. So I have received 96 rupee 50 paise, 91,760 against the first bill of this. Against this I have received, and I have received into my HDFC Bank. And so if you see this customer ledger in euro to euro, it is zero. It is settled. When I given the basis of value to the Forex, this is settled. But INR value, if you see, my sales is 90,250. My receipt is 91,675. There is a Forex gain of 1,425, which I have not recognized. Let's look at the balance sheet. As on 30th April, the Forex was zero. As of earlier, 30th April, the Forex was zero. Now the Forex has become 1,425. There is a Forex gain. So how did we do it? We remember created a journal just to show what we did in my voucher type. journal, we created this Forex adjustment class. We created something called Forex gain or loss. So you will be using the same. I am posting a voucher. Forex, I will say a journal, F7 journal. I am saying this Forex adjustment and I'm posting it on 30th April. Forex gain or loss. There is a euro customer 1425. I did not do anything. System is automatically showing against this bill. This is to be recognized, and Forex gain on my sales I have posted. Why is it not? Voucher, journal, Forex adjustment, euro customer, Forex. Forex gain. Okay, since I'm in this mode, debit credit mode, you can see it's a credit Forex gain. Forex gain accounted. Now let's go to P&L. You can see there is a sales and there is some closing stock as on 30th. Let's go to 30th April. There is a sale of 90,000 rupees, 87,000 rupees, and you have a Forex gain or Forex loss. So all those adjustment, you can see you have done it and it is closed. By the way, euro customer was supposed to be a Forex gain. Why did I do? They have posted it as a loss. Now your balance sheet will not. That is why you see I posted it as a loss. It is showing 2,850 as unadjusted Forex gain or loss. So this is how first you have to close the Forex gain or losses month over month. Let us. The zero customer is still having. I have unnecessarily posted this. Let's just delete this and post a correct euro gain. Journal. Now I know. Let's go to 30th April. You can see the Forex has become a gain. There are two entries in this ledger. One, 650 rupees is an expense. 1,425 is the gain. So there is a gain of 775. When you go to the balance sheet, you can see as on 30th April, there is no Forex gain or loss. It is automatically adjusted. Are we clear with this so far? Because is asking, you have not mentioned euro rates as on 30th April. Because I get your point. I will take the impact of the euro rate. I will tell you. We have not taken it. I will tell you. Sushil, you got it pretty good. Thank you. Deepak, can we enter only sales example with US dollar only as purchase entered in US dollar? Deepti, you can actually do it. See, there would be a chances that you purchase dollars, you not necessarily the sales has to be in dollars. I can sell it in euro. That is why I have introduced the second currency. In the business, the complications would happen. All right. Now, so Vikas wants to know that the 30th April rate, how do I handle the 30th April? Because in the dollar, I have given the rate. In the currency of, in the currency of the dollar, I have given the rates. You can see on the left side, 1st April, 15th April, 30th April, 15th May, I have given the rates for the dollar. But if you see the euro, I did not specify any rates. Now let's take a situation where I have received some advance. Next month I was supposed to sell the 10 more keyboards, I will see a receipt I have received from this Euro customer. We have 10 more keyboards. So let's say I have received an advance of some 960 euros. I have received an advance of 960 euros, and at that time the rate of the euro has gone down. It has, let's say, it has gone at 94 rupee 50 paise, and my euro, again new reference advance, I have received on 30th April, so that I will make the next sale installment. Now, the moment I received some advance, let's look at the party, Euro ledger party, Euro customer. I am posting the full. You can see there is no Forex gain or loss. I sold for 90,250. I received 91,675. 1,425 system has taken. I have now received an advance of 90,720. There is no Forex gain or loss. You can see my on the top 1st April to 31st May is my full period that I have taken. Now let us see the rate. So I am altering the currency of euro. Now let us say on 30th April, the euro rate is 95. On 31st May, the euro rate has gone to 93. Euro rate is coming down. Let's say euro rate is coming down. See, when the dollar rate came down, it was profitable because the amount that I have to pay to the vendor is going to be less. The moment it is become 93, now let us look at the party ledger. So display account goods ledger, euro customer. Now let me go to 1st April to 30th May. We have received the money. When did we receive the money? It is an advance which is received. Okay, let's complete the sale against this. This happened on 30th April. So let's go to a sale of this for this particular person, euro customer. Let's make the sale of the keyboard, those 10 numbers. And let's say I am selling it at $95 euro thing. And when I made the sale at, yeah, let's put, we are selling on 30th April. Let us put it as I sold it at 95 rupee 50 paise. Let's record the short period. So the first one I've sold 91,000, second one I told 90,000. And when you change it to Forex transaction, it is 950, 960. So say while the second one I realized little higher. Now look at the party ledger. You can automatically see at the sales, I tried matching it. 90,720 is the receipt, 90,725 is the sales. Okay, because I have only created that, but automatically I did it. But you can see there is a unadjusted Forex gain or loss of 930. It has system has created. Now, why did the system created this unadjusted INR? It is seeming okay. Ideally, system should also be okay with it. But if you notice, the system is saying that there is a Forex. Why there is a Forex adjustment on 30th, on 31st May? Because I've stated the dollar. Now let's look at the this in the dollar value. I have sold for $960. Sorry, I have sold for $950. I have received $960. And there is an excess receipt of $10. Let us change this for the ease of understanding. I will change this to 950 now. I have also received 950 so that we will say it matched. And by the way, what do we do when we are changing to the bill wise? We generally look at this sales number, let's say the sales number, and we try to match the reference also against this so that bill wise matches. After the adjustment is received, we make this change. Now look at, see, at the dollar level, I matched it. Let's go to bill wise. At bill wise, if you see 1st April to 31st May, everything is also matching. So everything is taken care, nothing is pending. 2 invoices raised, 2 invoices received. Now let's look at the INR value. INR value, it is saying that unadjusted, there is an unadjusted Forex gain or loss. Why? I have sold this. When I have sold the keyboard, I have sold this at 95 rupee 50 paise. Let's go back to our Excel. Now let's look at this transaction. I have sold at 95.50, and while my advance, how much I received the money? I received 94.50 paise. I received 94 rupee 50 paise. So there is a loss of 1 rupee, and how many euros? 950 euros. And that is where you can see the 950 rupees unadjusted Forex gain or loss, which is coming in the balance sheet. So some of you asked me to repeat, how do I close the Forex entry? This is how we will go. I'm just, so go to the balance sheet. As on 31st May, you have 950 unadjusted Forex. You can just go to voucher entry, F7. I'm just clicking F7 journal, go to Forex adjustment. You select this euro customer. There is 950 rupees and adjust. So closing adjustment, and you go to the balance sheet now. Boom, zero. No Forex adjustment, nothing is pending. Profit and loss account, you can see your Forex gain or loss. You have posted the euro vendor for the April, for the May. You can just put that appropriate dates, and automatically this has become zero. So this is how you will have to close. Now from the audit perspective, you want to see what are my Forex transactions. So how do I see my Forex transactions? In my display. So in the gateway of Tally, my display, you have analysis and verification. Analysis and verification, go to voucher verification, and you can see the Forex transactions. So list of Forex transaction, you can quickly see, I can enter, it says I have 2 payments, 2 receipts, 2 sales. So you can analyze by voucher all these entries. Okay, these are the payments where I made, these are the purchases, receipts. You have all the transactions for your verification. This is how you can also actually look at these transactions from the audit perspective, whether they have accounted, not accounted. Once you're clear, I'll just introduce the some other two things, which is accounting for bank charges and the import duty and other aspects. Are we clear with this? I have covered 90% of it. I just need to sum up on the bank charges. Any doubts to anyone? Are we clear so far? All right. So someone is asking, how do I create a euro sim? This is your euro symbol, and in my tally, currency type. Can you see? I have just, instead of E, I have changed it to you can get the symbol also. That's a pretty simple thing. So hope this is answered. Sushil, your question is answered. Giridhar, you can see euro sign. When we have received into our EFC account, which conversion rate we take? This question is from, I don't know, one, I think the participant left. So you will have to go by the party bank FIRC statement. We're already at 4:15. Let's quickly show two more entries. And now, in my bank statement, I have made this payment. Let's say bank is asking for the bank charges. Let's say bank is saying there is a bank charges. I was supposed to pay $1,500 at 88.25, and bank is saying that there would be 500 rupees bank charges. So here, when I am making, and let's say bank has collected 1,35,000 from me. Bank has collected 1,35,000 rupees from me. How? 1,05,000 at whatever be the rate it has collected. Now, what's the difference? Difference is let me create a bank charges under indirect expenses. So pay, now you can see on the US vendor, 1,500 settled, bank 1,500 settled, bank charges 2,625 also has been accounted. Let's say in this 2,625, 2,500 is the bank charges, and the IGST and I have some 125 rupees IGST input. So I can account even for that. Now, initially we started with a simple entry. You can now see I also have the vendor payment integrated with the bank charges, integrated with the GST included in that. So now you are clear that while accounting, you can also account for the, so you can see the statement. So even inward, you will have bank charges. Even outward, you will have the bank charges. You will have to account both the bank charges for the transactions. While you are making a purchase, entry, you will have to pay the customs duty. Okay, this is the purchase that you have made. Let's say you will have to let me create customs duty, indirect expenses, and let's say 10% customs duty. Okay, at whatever is the rate at which that is taken. So this customs duty is payable. So same amount I am creating as customs duty payable. I'll just change the mode to as a voucher. Now you can see the vendor amount, the purchase amount, customs duty, and custom duty payable. Okay, I have 8893.0. Yeah. You see 88,930 point vendor payment and your purchase cost is taken. You have incorporated the customs duty and customs duty payable in the ledger. You can add this, you can change this configuration as the part where it can be added. It is included in the assessable valuation for the calculation. You can add this so that your closing stock will also automatically include it. Yeah. So this is how you can record the bank charges, IGST input, the customs duty payable while recording the transaction itself. So are we clear now? So Swaril is asking, is it compulsory to add a standard rate in alteration of the currency? Absolutely no. When will you add? If you are closing the books of accounts, you are closing books of accounts in the year end. Please record the year end rate. That is what AS11 says. You have to find out what is your closing rate. You have to translate all your receivables payable to the closing rate. So record. If you don't record, whatever is the last recorded date, that would be adopted by the tally and it will conclude the Forex transaction considering that is the last rate at which it is payable. So you will have to change it. Yeah. So let's see the Q&A. By the way, my session is complete. Now please ask your questions. So Arun, I got it. Anonymous, if you're getting 925, you instead 950, but they're sending 950. So they have sent 950, you only got 910. What does that mean? The sender bank has deducted $25 or 25 euros as the bank charges and they have sent. So while you are accounting here, you have to account for 950 euros, 25 euros, you have to account it as the bank charges. Not sure why in purchase voucher mode we select custom duty custom. We have Srihari, we've selected in the purchase voucher mode only. We have posted the customs duty and customs duty payable. I have shown it in the journal voucher mode only for you to get a view, but otherwise I have posted entry in the purchase voucher mode only. Giridhar is asking for doing forex entry data currency will always be INR or dollar. Giridhar, for forex entries, you have to use dollar as the starting symbol. You know, first entry which I have posted where I have received the money, I had to pay 1,35,000. The moment I posted 1,35,000 in the INR, automatically Tally has recognized till the 1,500 is payable. My forex gain loss was showing a huge amount. So you have to make sure the bills inward and outward has to be in the foreign currency. When bank charges deducted are in forex, how to account? It's just the you realized only $925, but you will be giving a credit to the party as $950. That's how you will do, Mangesh ji. Okay. Stalin is saying, assume $1,000 is outstanding to an overseas supplier right from 23-24, say at 85. It was not paid and say at 89, the party balance to be reported in local currency at the closing rate. Stalin, how I would say is your opening balances also, you can record it in the foreign currency. Let me just show it to you. Let me alter the US vendor and let's say I have opening balance of some 200 is already payable. Can you see it? Automatically it has created 17,580 and it has created, this is 2324 pending bill. I can do this. So your opening balance also can be created and stated at a number. Customs duty assessment payment not being made in INR, then why account for customs duty in Forex? While doing the assessment of the taxable value, I have done it. Sushilji, you can directly enter it in INR also. There is no harm. Let me show it to you for the ease of it. In my purchase, the first bill, no, in the second bill, we have accounted, we accounted customs duty, right? maybe I haven't saved that voucher. So you can do it in INR also. There is nothing stopping in doing that. Recant, I have raised my query. I'm just looking at all the questions. If it is not answered, you please post. Do we have to make month-end voucher entries for all parties? Devanshu, the moment you select Forex, Tally will automatically show all the parties where Forex is applicable. You only need to just select. You don't need to post any entry. You just need to select one by one automatically. Srikanth, I think you asked year-end transaction with the different rates for revaluation. That is what we have given. One year-end rate, automatically it has adjusted. Yeah, uh, whatever the questions that have come, we have answered everything pretty good. And this being the year end, you should tell all the accountants where the accounting is happening for the Forex. Account for the dollars as a dollar so that it's easy for reconciliation when you are sending a statement to the foreign party or you are receiving the statement from the foreign party. So over to you,
Yeah,
Abhilash.
sir.
And is there anything you want to add? You can feel free to add it.
No, sir. So actually, we have a few questions more. I think
Yeah,
Shrikanta was asking that because so the question he has posted here is year-end valuation. Can you explain how it works in Tally? I think we did that,
yeah.
and both creditor and debtor common valuation it is taking for year-end valuation. So I think that's covered. Yeah, so mostly we covered most of the questions that has been asked. For the recording of this session, I kindly request everyone to just give us 1 day time by tomorrow or day after tomorrow maximum. We will post the video of this recording on a YouTube channel. I've shared the link on chat with everyone. I'll share it again. And we have a WhatsApp CA community where Sir is also part of many of those groups, and there are multiple groups. You can be a part of those group. Many CAs are also there, and you can interact with them, get your queries, resolved by experts who are your fellow Tally users who are using Tally for quite so long. So they have an idea, and you can interact in those groups. Apart from that, this was a very wonderful session, sir. And thank you so much for your time, for your commitment towards explaining very thoroughly that how we can do the transactions when it comes to Forex, then managing Forex. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you everyone also to be a part of this session. We'll meet again next Wednesday with another great topic, another great CA who will explain all of us whatever Tally has to offer. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, again. I'll end this webinar for now. And I'll before ending, I'll just share the details on chat. So for those of you who want the detail, please look into the chat section. Thank you.